Okay, we want to welcome you to the testing section. And so this is a test of all of the slides, the PowerPoints that there are. So as I understand, let's see, no, I'm okay there. I have to go and collect still, and then we count to 5. But no, I want out here is when we're doing 5. This one is the camera. Okay, so we want them to go slower. So in order for them to go slower, I click here. I tell it longer. And I can pause if I want to. All right. Want to tell you about the FMI and the CRCC, the China mission, Asia mission with CRCC and FMI. So as I read this, we just want to see how the slides change. And I want to see if maybe I can even make the picture smaller here. Make this picture smaller so that it gives more room. All right, every church should be a mission church. We cannot be focused inward on ourselves all the time. That is why CRCC and FMI desires to have our focus upward first and outward. The church is more than a bless me club that exists for itself. When we look forward to the world, when we look outward to the world, especially in Asia, we see the needs are multiplied times more urgent than here in America. Of course, we have valid needs here in America. Now I'm looking to see if the slide changes because I switched to studio. All right, so we'll go back. We'll click here. We'll get it going again. There we go. All right, let's just, then what we do is if we find a slide that we want to spend more time on, I'll show you in just a moment. That's why CRCC Asia Missions is desirous to reach the unreached and to go where others have not gone, to find those who have never heard the gospel, those who don't have 5 churches in their surrounding area or down the street like here in America. One area we will focus on is the minorities and tribal peoples in China and the Philippines. CRCC, FMI. Let's see, is the slides changing? Yeah, they're changing. It's just is a partnership of Pastor Simon Lamb and Reverend David Grubbs for the sole purpose of reaching the unreached in the nations and the 1040 window of the world. Just as China in the natural is reaching out to the rest of Asia and the world, to Africa, to Europe, everywhere, South America, even so should we do in the spiritual. Join us as we launch a new era of missions for our home base, from our home base here in California. So I'm going to go forward with the sermon, and I can switch or I can pause the slides that I want to. So just this gives you an idea of what can happen. I'm changing the slides, but for example, if I want to pause on a slide, I can pause and I can say, unless something changes in the missions world, most of these unreached people will never hear the gospel. Why? Well, Brian Mears of World Vision, a global organization, has estimated that only about 1.25%, that's 1.25 of Christian missions, mission giving is going, now I'm going to start the slides again, is going to missions work in the 1040 window. Open evangelism is difficult sometimes and even impossible because of government restrictions in many of the 1040 countries. So the slides are changing. All right, and then if I want to pause on a slide in just a moment, all I do is go like this. All right. If I want to jump ahead to a slide, I can go like this. So this is a sample. This is how it could look. Now let's just see if we want to make you, Simon, look bigger. This is how we could do it for a while, and then if we want to go back to the slide, we can go like this. That's one way. There's probably other ways. I'm going to stop now so that we can then see what happens here. Okay, goodbye for now.